So I am back with another video. I was prompted to do this video because one of my good girlfriends, LaShonda Rice, please check out her channel. She actually just did a video on her green juice and Louis Vuitton bag and how they don't mix, and it was just hilarious. So go check it out if you want to hear that story and find out why it doesn't mix. But I don't want to spoil it, so I won't, but it prompted me to do a video on knockoff replica handbag. I'm definitely one that, you know, has the mindset of I work hard, I like nice stuff, and every so often it's nothing wrong with treating yourself. So with that being said, when I was younger, I would say like, you know, late high school, early college, of course I wanted a designer bag, but I didn't have designer bag money. So I'm from Brooklyn, I live in New York City, and Chinatown is the mecca for knockoff goods. Everybody and their mama knows run to Chinatown if you want the good stuff. So if you go to Chinatown, and I'm not at all advertising this or promoting this, I am definitely just saying this for informational purposes, but if you go to Chinatown, the main street is Canal Street, and as you walk down Canal Street, you'll see vendor after vendor after vendor after vendor with goods that are very similar to designer goods. You'll see designer belts, you'll see designer bags, shoes, jewels. Some of them look pretty decent. Some of them look out of this world fake. Like, you will look at the person like, what made you buy that? Like, why did you even spend your money on that? You know, you look at them like, what the hell is this? Like, is this supposed to be Louis Vuitton? Instead of LV, it'll have like X's and O's and boxes, and, you know, and some people will buy it. How do I know this? Because I went with a friend to do it. They'll come and swoop down on you, and next thing you know, you're like in a freaking underground tunnel coming up through a sweatshop ready to get a designer bag. We get to Chinatown and we're walking down a block. So now we were told, you gotta look for the people with the walkie-talkies. So we see a little Asian person come from around the corner with the walkie-talkie. Gucci, Chanel, Louis Vuitton. Like real low, real sly, real slick. Walking right past us, not even giving us eye contact. And she was like, yeah, over here. So he came up, what you looking for? I think she was looking for like a Gucci bag or something like that. I don't even remember, but he's like, all right, walk around the corner. You know, I'm a radio somebody for you. Now, let me just say, it was about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Had it been 7 o'clock or later that night, we wouldn't have been doing it. I wouldn't even let her do it on her own, because that whole scenario screamed danger, and I'm from New York. So I was just like, whoa, this is crazy. We walked around the corner and some dude literally hopped out of like the 18 van. Like, yeah, y'all looking for Gucci bags? Y'all looking for this? And it was just like, whoa, like, who are you, buddy? And what's going on in that van? So she's like, yeah, you know, I'm looking for a Gucci bag. He's like, all right, cool. Let's walk around this corner. We done walked around 2 corners now. So I'm just like, well, damn, where the hell is he taking us? We walk around the 3rd corner and we enter this building that looks abandoned. It's like one of those old factory buildings with like 20 floors and windows everywhere. So we walk in, it's 2 of us, and then we meet 3 other people who were tourists looking for knockoff bags. So he's like, yeah, we're going to take the elevator up. Barely spoke any English, but he knew what we were there for. So we're waiting on the elevator, waiting. 5 minutes go by, elevator ain't come. So we're like, what the hell is going on? Where's the elevator? He's like, oh, we might have to walk up. I'm gonna keep trying. So he's radioing people in, you know, Chinese or whatever. And it's just like, all right, what is he saying? What's going on? So about 5 people were coming down the steps past the elevator. And they were like, oh, the elevator's broken. You have to walk up. I'm like, hell no. I'm not walking up in this building where anything can happen, and absolutely not. Like, let's go. So my friend is like really pleading, like, please, 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 you know, I want to get a bag. I want to see what they got. I'm like, all right, fine. We walked up about 7 flights of steps before we reached a landing. Once we got to the landing, the guy was like, oh, you're looking for a Burberry belt? It was to like one of the girls in front of us. And she's like, yeah. He's like, all right, you go on that floor right there. I'm like, girl, don't just walk in there like peek in, see what's going on, you know, fill a situation out. Like, you could walk in and get your damn head chopped off. Like, please take caution. They walk in and the guy's like, no, Gucci's not on this floor. And I'm like, I understand that, but I just want to make sure they're good. They were not from New York, so people can get a little scared and overwhelmed. So anywho, they walked past the workers who didn't even turn around or like make eye contact with us. They were like solely focused on the task at hand. So it was just like, all right, don't mind me. A lady pulled back the curtain and it was just like Burberry goods everywhere. So clearly they were in heaven, danger averted. They didn't even care. It was just like, all right, let's go. We go, lady pulls back the curtain and boom, it was just like goods everywhere. So my friend was looking for a Gucci bag. They actually didn't have the bag that she was looking for. What I will say is I had a Coach bag, I think it was at the time. And they had the same Coach bag there. So I was curious to see what the difference was. They weren't putting serial numbers in bags. My bag had a serial number. Also, the quality of leather was definitely different. That leather, even though it has some weight to it, it was not as heavy as my bag was. And my bag wasn't even that heavy. The hardware was different. The edging of the bag was like, it felt like plastic instead of like a hard leather trim. The stitching was off. So it's things that if you know an authentic bag, you would pick up on it ASAP. If you don't, just giving it one look, you're like, oh shit, that's a legit Coach bag. Let me get that right there. If your bag is not being inspected, I mean, when you're walking by someone, they're not stopping you like, oh my God, let me look at your bag to see if it's real. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, they're like trying to assume, is it real or is it not? I personally don't care. Do you? But the reason why I say invest in a real bag is because, one, a lot of these designer bags come with warranty. So if anything happens to your bag, they fix it or they replace it. That's number one. Number two, when you're dealing with great quality products, they will last you a lifetime, okay? Good leather, good hardware. Nothing is happening to that bag. I have a Chanel bag that my grandmother purchased in the 80s. Because that bag was made of such fine materials, it stood the test of time. I mean, she brought that bag in the 80s and here it is 2016 and the bag looked good. Don't think you're gonna buy a knockoff and it's gonna last you 10 years. That's just not gonna happen. The stitching is gonna start to come out. Whatever, you know, materials it is that they use to make the bag is just gonna start to deteriorate. Freaking straps are gonna be falling off. Like, you know, you get what you pay for. Do your research, especially if you can't see it physically in front of you. Beware of Craigslist, beware of eBay, beware of all these different sites that are selling these authentic handbags. If you need to reach out to the sellers, ask more questions, do that. So I hope I didn't ramble on too long. I'm trying to give you so much information in such a short amount of time, but like I said before, I was prompted to do this video based on my friend LaShonda Rice. Go check out her video on why green juice and Louis Vuitton bags don't mix. It is definitely hilarious. Thank you for tuning in again. Please subscribe or like this video if you did. I definitely appreciate your feedback, your commentary, and let's get ready for the work week, folks. Happy Sunday. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.